Hey folks, welcome to the Ham Radio Newbie. I'm Jeff. I'm the Ham Radio Newbie. I'm on the road today, which means I will be playing later with my Baofeng UV7B. But before that, I want to do a few things with the Quansheng Mini Kong with the F4HWN version 5.5.0 firmware. Specifically, what I want to do is recreate the NOAA National Weather Service functionality on this radio. In the U.S., the National Weather Service provides a broadcast for weather reports and emergency notifications. They're extremely useful, especially when we enter storm season. These are included by default with the stock radio, and you get to them by pushing the function key here in the corner and the 5. Now, that combination has been taken over by the waterfall spectrum display, which is really a nice feature to have. And honestly, as much as I like the weather reports on it, I totally understand it. You know, as a former embedded software developer, one of the things that you have to do is make trades, and you have to weigh things. And since the National Weather Service broadcasts are only available in the US, and since Armel is French and in France, and he's doing it for everybody in the world, not just for the US, his decision makes a lot of sense. But that doesn't mean that I still don't want to have those broadcasts. Now, the National Weather Service broadcasts on 7 frequencies, and you can find them at www.weather.gov/NWR/station listing. There you can also find what station is applicable for your local area. Normally, I would just put 1 or maybe 2 on, but since I do travel and I want this radio to work for wherever I am, I put all 7 stations on, and it really doesn't take that much effort. The frequencies are 162.4, 162.425, 162.450, 162.475, 162.5, and 162.525. You can program these by hand, which is what I did on the airplane. Don't recommend that. Use Chirp. It's a whole lot easier and a whole lot faster. What you want to do is select some memory range. I picked 100 because I don't think I'm ever going to get up to 100. So I've got 100 through 106 for those 7 frequencies. And I named them NOAA Pound 1, NOAA Pound 2, ... When you are setting them up, in addition to the channel and the frequency, the channel and the frequency and the name, you are going to need to set the WN to narrow. That's menu item 9 of 70. The mode is FM, which is 12 of 70. If you're going to want to scan these, and we're going to come back to why you do, then set them to all of them to one channel list. I set mine to channel list 3. That's menu item 14 of 70. So when you go in, what you're going to want to do is set all this stuff up, put it in, and program it to the radio. Once you're done, how do you want to get to it easily? Well, you're going to come back to the radio, go to menu, and you're going to set the one call. That's item 44 of 70. And you're going to set that one call to whatever frequency you want it to go to. In other words, I want it to go to the first channel, so I'm setting it to memory 101. Why do you do that? Because you can then just push the 9 button, and it'll take you right to NOAA 1, in my case. So that's all really easy. But I also said that you may want to put these in a scan. And the reason you want to put them in a scan and set everything to, as I did, scan list 3, then what you need to do is set your scan list then to SC3. and that is menu item 18 of 70. When you do that, here's what you get out. I'm going to hit the scan button here. The scan button, remember that's a long press.
Miles per hour. Chance of rain 70%. Sunday.
And it takes me right to the channel where they're broadcasting on for my local area. Makes it very quick, very convenient. That's really about all there is to do to set up the NOAA National Weather Service channels on your radio so that you're going to be ready if you need it in bad storms or even in good times to know whether you need extra sunscreen or a hat. That's about all I got for today. So I'm Jeff, the ham radio newbie, saying 73. Catch you on the air.